welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of an introduction to a new vlog series, as I'm sure you can tell by the title. So in 2 weeks today I'm going to Thailand through a company called CosMediTour, and I'm getting a rhinoplasty and a breast augmentation. I'm super excited. I've had this booked in for like a year now, and I feel like I've just been waiting forever just for this date to come around, and it's nearly here and I can't wait. I'm so excited. So today I just wanted to go through sort of what brought me to this decision to like have the surgery, what made me choose CosMediTour, and just sort of go through a little bit of the backstory as to what made me decide to have surgery, really. So when it comes to my nose, it's something that I've always been self-conscious about, something I've never really liked about myself. It's obviously crooked and ugly to me, so I've never really liked my nose. Even since I was quite young, it's been something my whole life I've never been happy with. But I sort of thought about it, and here rhinoplasties are really expensive, and you know, I always thought surgery is a bit extreme, you know, like, oh, you know, I'll just live with it. And then in the year 2014, New Year's to 2015, I ended up having a bit too much to drink, and I had a fall. And I fell on my face and ended up having a small fracture just here. It wasn't displaced, and the radiographer didn't even pick it up when they did the x-ray. It was picked up later. And it just meant that I ended up with a bit more of a dorsal hump here, which I didn't have before. I was so upset about it. I couldn't believe that I had been so stupid to go and fall on my face, literally. And ended up, you know, making something that I hated even worse. It was only so small, but to me it just was a huge deal. And so the process was, I went to the doctor. He was really sure that I should have it operated on. He was very like, oh, you need to see an ENT, you need to get it operated on, you have a really deviated septum, and he was just really sort of pushy, but like, it was kind of like, oh, okay, no worries, like, let's do it. So I went on the public ENT waiting list, and I waited over a year, and then I got a phone call from the ENT department, outpatient department, and they said to me, oh, do you still need your appointment, because we're looking to cut it down because it's quite long. And I was really upset, actually, because I was really hoping to see an ENT and get my nose fixed up, and I've been really looking forward to it, and really hopeful that something could be done. But I also felt bad thinking that it was probably going to be a cosmetic issue, and there's probably people who, you know, need more serious ENT issues like addressed. So I told her, don't worry about it, take me off the list. Went back to the doctor, and he made me a private ENT referral. So I went and saw a private ENT, which I had to pay for, but it was fine. But honestly, it was the quickest and most disappointing appointment I've ever had. I walked in, and he pretty much, within 2 minutes, he had a look at my nose, and he said, oh, yeah, it's really quite significantly deviated. It's really quite crooked. However, it's purely cosmetic. He's like, because you can breathe, he's like, it's just cosmetic. And so he said, oh, you'll have to talk to my colleague who does cosmetic rhinoplasties and that sort of thing. And I knew that that meant I was going to have to pay for it, which is fine, but here in Australia, nose jobs are not particularly cheap. And I thought to myself, I can't afford that. I'm not going to be able to afford it, so don't worry about it, kind of thing. So I was really upset, really deflated, thinking like, I've just gone and made something that I hate so much worse, and now I have to live with it, you know, like, good on you. So now we're in like 2016, so early last year. This was about, you know, February or something, February, March or whatever it was. And, you know, I'd just been told, can't do anything. And I knew some people who had been going through CosMediTour to have their breasts done. And I thought, oh, you know, I'll just look into like their nose packages. The pricing seemed pretty good, and like it came with like a holiday, and I thought, this seems alright. So I inquired, and you pay a deposit and you send off photos and all that sort of thing. So that's sort of the backstory for my nose. When it comes to my breasts, as most girls out there I'm sure can relate, I, throughout my teenagehood, was just hoping that I'd just continue growing, continue developing, that one day I'll get there. You know, you look at online and it says, oh, you don't stop growing till you're 21, so you hold out hope that by the time you're 21 you'll have a nice bust, and, you know, like, nothing major, but, you know, something. And I got to 21 and I was sort of just a B cup, and I was really disappointed. I was really like, oh, you know, that kind of sucks. And just little things like not being able to wear spaghetti straps because I've got to wear a push-up bra. Can't wear strapless tops because you've got to wear a push-up bra. I just, for myself and me feeling comfortable going out, like going out to dinner or whatever, I had to have that push-up bra. And even now, I have to have that push-up bra. And that was really frustrating me. And again, I had friends who had gone and had their breasts done and they looked amazing. And I thought, you know what, I'll see if they can do, because I have my nose issue going on at the same time, like, what if they can do both my nose and my boobs at the same time? That would be awesome. And probably even cheaper, right? So when I inquired to CosMediTour about my nose, I said as well, like, oh, I was looking at having my breasts done. Is there any chance that I could have them both done at the same time? And they said, oh, that's up to the surgeon. We'll send him pictures, send him your profile, and he'll tell us if he's happy to do them both at the same time. So I got my surgical recommendation back from, or the surgeon's remarks back. He was really brutal about my nose, said it's far too big for my face, it's really crooked, it's got a dorsal hump, wide bony base, a list of things, and I read it and thought, luckily I already hate my nose, because it was pretty brutal. And he also said that I'm a good candidate for a breast augmentation and that he can do both procedures at the same time. I was so excited, I was so happy. I couldn't believe actually how happy I was, because at this stage I was still telling myself, oh, I'm just looking into it, you know, it's nothing, no obligation, you know, just checking what the prices are and that sort of thing. But as soon as I got that back, I was so excited and I was so elated. I just thought, no, I've got to book this in. Like, I just can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. It has to get done. So I asked for a date. I asked for a date way in advance because I wanted time to save up and whatnot. And asked for April 2nd and booked in, and here we are. So now I'm only 2 weeks away until I go to Thailand. I'm going to Bangkok. I'm going to the World Medical Center and I'm going to be staying at the ATAS afterwards. In the deluxe room. I'm very excited. I can't wait, honestly. I can't say it enough. I'm just, honestly. And that's another thing. Throughout all of this, I have yet to feel nervous. I'm yet to feel like, you know, oh, like, what if something happens? Like, I've considered if something happens, you know, like I get an infection or something like that. Like, what if that happens? But I'm not too worried about it because these things happen. And I'd just be one of the unlucky few if I was to get an infection or something like that. So yeah, honestly, I'm not nervous, not worried, just excited. I've only got room for excitement at the moment. So the reason why I ended up going with CosMediTour is obviously I would not have been able to afford both a nose job and a breast augmentation here. I also was not sure if I'd be able to find a surgeon who would do both here. I probably could because I'm not an anesthetic risk, but I didn't even bother looking into it really, because I was like, nose jobs here they're just expensive. It's just the way it is, really. And the places that you can get sort of cheaper breast augmentations, they don't do nose jobs. So I thought if I got both done here, I'd probably have to have them done separately, and I just wasn't really keen on that idea, especially since when I asked CosMediTour, they were happy to do both. Like the surgeon over there was happy to do both. I was just so set. I also have a few girls that I know from the area that I live who have been to Thailand and had their breasts done, and they all highly recommended CosMediTour. They had nothing bad to say. So they had nothing bad to say about Thailand whatsoever. A few of them went to the hospital I'm going to, and they post pictures and videos and things like that, and it just looked just perfect. And I'm so excited to have a holiday as well. Honestly, I just want to just chill by the pool for like a week, which is probably what I'm going to do. So yeah, here we are. So, like I said before, I've got 2 weeks till I leave, and just the other day I got this, which I'm really excited about. This is my client travel folio. They sent it to me in an email. I'm not sure if they're going to mail it out to me as well, but either way, I just printed it out straight away because I like stuff on paper. They also recommended to have a copy at all times, so I think it's better to just have a physical copy with me. And in here it just goes through all the things you should know about Thai culture, like what you can do in Bangkok, currency exchange and things like that. What to expect, what you can and can't do, like you can't have vitamins or supplements or anything like that before surgery, I think. Not that I take any anyway. You also have to bring your own like garments, so I'm going to have to bring my own like post-op bras and things like that, which I actually bought months ago because I've just been so excited to go. Things you can and can't do after surgery or before surgery, like you can't have alcohol 2 weeks before, during recovery, or 2 weeks after, and you also can't smoke 4 weeks before or 4 weeks after, but I'm not a smoker, so that's alright. I actually took out the CosMediTour warranty. A lot of people on the forum, because when you pay your deposit, you get you go into a CosMediTour forum, which is all the girls who have gone to surgery or going to surgery can all discuss, like, you know, whatever. I've seen a lot of people have not taken out the warranties because apparently it doesn't cover a lot. But main things for me is it covers like capsular contracture and things like that. And like all of your travel costs and whatnot. And I just personally just like that peace of mind that if something does happen and is covered by warranty, I did take it out. I didn't consider it to be that expensive. And honestly, when I thought about it, if something happened and it had been covered by the warranty and I didn't take it out, I would have been kicking myself, would have been absolutely wishing I'd taken out the warranty, and I knew that I would have just been so upset about it, and it just wasn't worth it to me. You know, it's just not worth it. It's better to just have it there for peace of mind, just in case. It was just a no-brainer for me, but that was just me personally. What else have we got in here? So it's just got ideas for like shopping and attractions and things you can do, contact numbers, and if you need any assistance with anything really. There's a whole page on infection management, which I don't know if you guys have watched my other videos or read any of my bios, but I'm a registered nurse, so I am already pretty hip with infection management and infection control sort of side of things. I'll be very interested to see what medication they send me home with, because I haven't seen anyone actually like take pictures of their medication or anything like that, so I'm very curious like what antibiotics I'm going to be on and what pain relief they're going to give me and things like that, because that's just the nurse coming out in me. I just want to know. I'm hoping, again, I'm really weird, I'm hoping that the like bags of fluid and things like that that they put up have English on them, because I just would really like to know what they are without actually having to ask someone and being weird. But we'll see. So while I'm in Thailand, I'm going to be doing a bit of a vlog series. I don't expect too much from me. I'll probably maybe do only a couple of videos. I'll see how I feel. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll do more. If I'm not feeling very up to it, I will do less. But I definitely want to do at least, you know, a video or two on my recovery, how I'm feeling post-op, what I'm looking like, because obviously with my nose job I'm going to end up with a lot of bruising, and I'm probably going to look pretty horrible for a couple of weeks even. And just how I'm getting around and how I coped post-operatively. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested. That is to come. Now back to this travel folio I have. One page is your treatment plan, and this is obviously my favorite part. I had this email before I got the travel folio, and I was so excited. I messaged my mum straight away. I said, oh, I've got my treatment plan. So I am having surgery on the 2nd of April at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't, honestly, I can't wait. I can't believe it's still 2 weeks away. Like, even though it's getting closer, I still feel like it's so far away. Like, why is it still only 2 weeks, like, still 2 weeks away? But I have to remind myself that in 1 week, it'll only be 1 week away, and then in another week, you'll be on your way to Bangkok. So it's actually not that far away, but I still feel like 14 days. And then it's just got my invoice on the back. And yeah, that's about it. So I got my rhinoplasty package for $8,190, and then my breasts as an addition. At the time, obviously, I booked in like a year ago, so I think a lot of the prices have gone up since then. My breasts as an add-on were 4,200 about. They do charge in Thailand baht, and then it's exchanged like here, converted is what I'm looking for. So for a while there, the exchange rate wasn't terribly great, but then when I eventually paid my deposit, it was 1 to 25, so I ended up paying what my original invoice sort of said. If the exchange rate ends up a bit yuck, you could end up paying a little bit more, which is what I was kind of hoping not, and I ended up being lucky and paying it when it was a decent exchange rate. So I think that's about all I've got to talk about today. Just a little introduction into the new vlog series that I will have coming. So if you're interested in seeing how I recover, stay tuned, because I will have at least a couple of videos to come. I'm planning on taking my laptop and at least posting a video or two on how I'm doing over there. And if you've got any questions or anything you want me to answer, just post some questions below. I do try to keep an eye on the comments so that I can reply to them, and yeah, otherwise I'll just address it in my next video or something. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!